Oh, when did you upgrade your gear?
When I got back from Spain.
Okay, so you're like, this is definitely what I want to do.
Yeah, so when I worked that marketing job, I gathered enough money to buy a Panasonic GH4 with the 9-18 millimeter and a 45 to 105 millimeter lens.
Shout out Panasonic.
There we go. And so I bought that, and then 2 weeks later we got that $800 gig.
That gig.
Yeah.
Dang.
And so it was pretty intense. It was just an exciting time. And then from there, we got a realtor. We got a couple realtors, actually. Started doing home listings. And then we just got like super tired of Sacramento, and we both were living there for so long. And we decided to move.
Down here to San Diego?
Down here to San Diego. And then I got down here, and now I am shooting a lot of weddings, a lot of corporate stuff, and I'm starting to travel a lot more.
Yeah.
Which is better, and I'm getting paid to travel, which is nice.
Really?
Yeah, so
through
just
your
through gigs, yeah. So like I have my biggest contract ever coming up soon. I have a call tomorrow for it, and I'll be flying to 5 different countries in 4 different continents.
Whoa!
Yeah.
In what sort of time frame?
In a month.
All in a month?
Yeah, so we'd start in Miami, go to Machu Picchu in Peru, and then we'd go to Paris, France, South Africa, and then Bali.
And what's this for? Like, what's like a travel? Like, what's it?
Yeah, so it's so this lady, she's a online marketer, and she sells online marketing tools, and she's teaching people how to build an online business. And so what she wants to do is she wants to travel all these places and show the audience that like you can have this life if you just say, or if you do what I'm teaching you to do. And she wants me to videotape everything that we do and put it in a video, and then she's going to market that out.
So she's going to all these countries to like hold seminars and like teach?
No, I think she's just going there and she's just going to travel, and then then there's going to be like interviews, and then she's going to talk to the camera about her business and to her audience. And it's kind of like a motivational.
What's your name? Thing. Can you talk about this?
I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah. Not yet. Yeah. Just because it's like not set in stone 100%. Right. So it's like in the works, but that's the only reason. And
damn, that would be badass.
Yeah. So that's like my biggest thing going on right now.
Have you been to any of those places yet?
I've been to Paris. And I've just been to Paris.
Any other places?
No, I've been wanting to go to South Africa, Bali. I've been more so for Thailand, but I'm excited for if this goes through, like for Bali, and to get that like kind of islandy life down there.
Bali's a hot spot right now. My
really
friend
is.
who I met like when I first moved here like 3 years ago, she just moved to Bali, like picked up everything and just like moved probably I think a month ago. So I'm like following her through her Instagram.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks awesome.
I want to ride a scooter through the streets of Bali so badly.
That's like, what you envision, right?
That's like what I'm envisioning right now. Just having the palm trees and just completely green surrounding you, and just driving through Bali on a scooter. That's like what I envision that area of the world to be like.
That would be awesome. I mean, I've never been to Bali. My next spot that I want to go to is I either want to go to Tokyo or someplace in Africa, like either Egypt or Zimbabwe. Those are
one of my buddies actually just went to Egypt.
Really?
And he said he really liked it.
Whereabouts?
The pyramids. He went to the pyramids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he was there for a little while. But
Cairo.
I didn't really talk to him Cairo. I didn't really talk to him for a very long time, but he said he absolutely loved it. And it would be just a crazy thing to experience, those pyramids.
Some people don't know is like the pyramids are actually right next to the city, like civilization.
Yeah.
They make it out to be like they take it
just in the middle of nowhere,
right? Yeah. In the middle of the desert. Like, that's what I was picturing for the longest time. And then I saw like a satellite image of it. I'm like, damn,
yeah, they're
right there. Yeah,
yeah. So
you can get some street meat and then look at the pyramids.
Exactly. But I'm super stoked for. We'd be going on a safari, and I've been just out of my mind wanting to go on a safari for the longest time, and I'm like super.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I want to see some lions.
I want to see some rhinos. That's what I want to
Yeah,
see.
those would be
a rhino
cool.
would be sick.
And a giraffe.
A giraffe?
A giraffe would be cool.
How long are their necks?
They're
It's
big.
gotta. They're like what? So have you ever seen like the mansion or like the restaurant where the giraffes come through the windows?
Yeah.
Or like eat people's food? Or
Yeah, I bet they're like 9 feet
So they gotta
tall.
be at least they gotta be 2 stories. You think? Because those are on like
Yeah.
the second floors.
Yeah, I don't know the exact dimensions, but
We need a fact checker
Yeah,
for
right?
this podcast. We need someone on the internet. Man, that's awesome, man.
yeah.
So you traveled around. Is there any other places that you shot for, or is this kind of like the first opportunity where you can like travel and shoot and get paid for it? But
No.
have you done travel like just for yourself?
So I went to Nicaragua for a week back in October, and I shot for a company called Life Before Work and
You talked
Unconventional
about
Lifestyle.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 2 companies, and they jointly put on an event for kids that are about, I guess they're not really kids, like there's some like 19 to 21 year olds, but there's also like 30 to 35 year olds there. And so what they did is they brought all these kids or all these people into this house, and they lived in a house for a week, and then they brought 6 different life coaches and very successful people. One of them was on Forbes 30 under 30, and then they all had their own businesses, online businesses, and they just traveled and they lived the life.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had 6 coaches teaching people about how to start an online business, what it takes, how to find your passion, and then they coupled it with traveling, yoga, eating healthy, which is pretty cool. Like every morning you'd wake up and you do yoga, and all of a sudden you just see the bay of Nicaragua out there from your front like area that you're doing yoga at, and it's a beautiful way to wake up. And then you had a couple hours of free time, so you were able to go surfing if you wanted to. You could ride around on the scooters, go down to the town and just hang out, or you could just chill at the house. A lot of people chilled at the house just because, I mean, it was hard to leave. Like you had a pool, outdoor pool right there, the view, and it was just really beautiful. So I did that, which was really cool. That was a great experience. And then a lot of traveling within California, Seattle. But yeah, these are my first 2 like international things.
See, I've been a lot of places in the U.S. The one place I haven't really checked out is like the Pacific Northwest. So Portland, Seattle. And what the initial plan was, me and my roommate, we're going to fly to Vancouver and then get from Vancouver to Seattle or whatever, and then drive from Seattle all the way down to San Diego.
Oh, that's cool.
And we'd hit like Seattle, Portland, we'd go to San Francisco, maybe Sacramento, and then go all the way down to like Monterey, Big Sur. Big Sur first, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
that's
we were
awesome.
thinking about either, because I want to drive down the coast, but then I also want to go to like Yosemite.
Mm-hmm.
But that would probably have to be like 2 different trips.
I mean, it depends on how long you would want to do it in.
Because ideally, I'd want to spend more time in Yosemite and actually camp out.
Yeah, exactly. So if you wanted to go to San Francisco, I think it's only like a 3.5, 4 hour drive to Yosemite.
From San Francisco?
Yeah, but then you would have to do that drive again once you get down to Big Sur.
True.
You kind of have to zigzag your way.
Is Big Sur even open still? Because that huge landslide?
Yeah, it's open. I mean, the landslide only cut off a little bit of the actual area that you could go to. But as of what I know right now, a lot of it's still open. So if you enter from the north, I believe, you could see a lot of it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't go all the way down. I don't know what that road is because... I mean, I don't know if they've cleared all the debris yet, but they covered like a pretty good chunk of the highway.
Oh, yeah. I think it was like 2 million tons sat on the highway, I'm pretty sure.
2 million tons, that's it?
Yeah, that's it. Not that much.
No. You can clear that in a weekend. Come on.
Yeah, right? But, yeah, the Pacific, if we're going to just talk about traveling, the Pacific Northwest is probably one of my favorite areas of the U.S. I mean, it is just
Why is that?
insanely beautiful. The evergreen trees in Washington, and literally everything is just covered in trees.
Yeah.
And it's just green everywhere.
That's all I hear, yeah, it's just green.
And the weather, like, I really like rainy, snowy weather, and
Yeah.
it's just constantly like that.
Be perfect for you.
Yeah, and it's freaking beautiful. I love it out there. And I've been to Seattle about 3 times. Portland, I've been there 2 or 3 times as well. And every time I go back there, I say to myself, why am I not living here?
Why aren't you?
I don't know. San Diego's got my heart right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. One day, I'll make it up there one day.
I gotta get up there. Have you been to the East Coast, down south,
No,
Midwest?
I've never been to the East Coast. I want to take my first trip to the East Coast this year during fall. What I want to do is I want to
get some foliage.
Yeah, I want to fly into Boston and drive up, or New York. I don't know which one I want to do, and then drive up into Maine, and then make that loop into like New Hampshire and all that, and then drop back down and fly back out.
I think you'd really like Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has similar. I mean, I've never been to Seattle, but it has similarities because of the weather, and it's super green, clean, very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Maine.
But like I see pictures of the East Coast during the fall, and it blows my mind every time.
Hey, it's pretty beautiful. The foliage, in Boston too, because it's got those cobble streets.
Yeah.
Boston's a unique city because it has these old historic American history buildings, but it's right next to like a brand new like skyscraper and apartment building. So it's just unique buildings. You get all this history, like the Old North Church, and
there's just a lot of contrast in the city.
Yeah, and it's just set up so weird. There's one ways all over the place, and the intersecting streets are like 6th Street and like Washington. They don't make any sense. It's not like New York how it's like a grid.
Yeah.
And you can just figure out where you are. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I love both cities. I love New York. I love Boston. The East Coast is sweet.
Yeah, I'm actually going to New York on February 2nd. So be my first time out on the East Coast this month or next month, and I'm super pumped for that. I want to go to New York. I have heard that the coolest thing about New York, believe it or not, are the subways.
Yeah. Oh, the subway system?
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. You got to ride it.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went. I mean, you don't have anything like that here on the West Coast. I mean, LA, I guess, has a subway system, but...
Well, San Francisco has the BART, but the BART's
true.
I don't know, there's something about the BART that doesn't... For me, it's not like a real subway system, you know?
Dude, then go to New York and ride that thing.
I'm excited. I might just spend the whole time in the subway.
Yeah, just make sure you're getting on the right trains. Don't get lost. Don't wind up in somewhere you don't want to be.
Because my brother's one, he was telling me about it, and he said it's like 5 floors. It's just, they're like stacked on top of each other, and you can just like, it's just chaotic, and it's just cool. And
it's
I'm
a
excited.
labyrinth down there.
Yeah.
It's so uniquely built.
So I'm pretty pumped for that.
So you're how old?
I'm turning 25 on January 23rd. So my birthday's coming up here in a couple days.
It is coming up.
Yeah.
What's today? Today is the 17th?
Yeah, so it's in
a couple days?
Yeah, 6 days.
Damn. You guys got any plans for it?
Well, my girlfriend and I are going out to Death Valley this weekend to go camping. So we're doing that.
Nice.
And then probably just hang out. Probably not do much.
So 25. What I've been seeing lately, do you know what members only jacket is?
Members only?
Members only?
No.
Have you ever heard of members only?
I'm really bad at pop culture, so, and like fashion, I'm horrible in fashion.
I saw this kid I work with showed up to, so members only jacket it was before my time. It was like an 80s thing, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And I was born in 89, so I consider myself like a 90s kid.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
But I remember members only jackets because I don't know if my dad ever had them, but it was just an older thing, and they just got out of style. And I thought they stopped making them.
Yeah.
But I saw like 2 weekends ago 2 separate kids wearing members only jacket out in San Diego.
Oh, really?
So I couldn't figure out if it was if it just was so old that it's become cool again.
I don't know, but like I heard that it takes 20 years for styles to recycle.
To recycle?
Yeah, so like things that will happen in like the beginning of 1990 are going to be in style now.
And so the 90s styles is coming back?
I guess. That's what I heard. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I am not good with the whole fashion thing. I just put on my Patagonia jacket and I head out. So, yeah.
Call it a day?
Yeah.
I hope 90s style doesn't come back.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was styling, I don't think, in the 90s.
But you've been seeing that a lot?
Yeah, I mean, I just, it blew my mind when I saw this kid sitting right next to me. I'm like, that's a members only jacket.
Yeah.
Like, am I the only one noticing this right now? Like,